Hello, my name is Sherry Howard. I'm originally from Bridgeport, Connecticut. I'm 36 years old. I have two children, 14 and 5, and I've been living in Alabama for the last 8 years. Growing up with both my parents, I have three older sisters. I'm the baby. And if you talk to my sisters, they would say that I got away with more. And I would just say that my parents just were tired by the time they got to me. I have seven nieces and nephews. Just grew up in a very family oriented home where it was the go to for my friends, my aunts, uncles. My father was a big family man, and his family and his friends were all just like family, and our house was just the go to for everything. Um, my mom babysat when we were a little bit older. She worked when were younger, but as we grew older and started having children of our own, she stopped working and just took care of our kids and other kids. So our house was always full with kids, always noise. But now being away and I miss it. As a child, we went to Catholic school. We were just heavily involved in the church. We were the usher board, the junior missionary, the youth choir, the starlight choir, the kids in the play, the Easter play, the performances, anything that was going on in the church, we were a part of it. I didn't appreciate it then, but I definitely appreciate it now. There were times that it was like, okay, when is this enough? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, church, So you just get to a point where you're just tired. But as I grew up and I learned the Lord for myself, I appreciate it. So moving here wasn't was a hard decision for me. My dad, back in 2005, he passed away from complications of cancer. So it was a very, very major blow for our family. He was the matriarch, for so many, even though he wasn't the oldest of his own brothers and sisters, but they just looked to him that way, and that was just the way that he carried himself. And just growing up, he always taught my sisters and I just to be independent, take care of ourselves. If we want something, we got to work for it. And that's just the way that I live my life today. I work hard. I work a couple of jobs full time and some part time. I have two active children. My daughter's in band. She runs track. My son is 5, so he'll be starting kindergarten this year. And just being involved and just making sure that I balance it all out. And some people probably like, well, I don't know how you do it, but when you have kids or when you're a mom or a family person, you just do what you have to do for your family. And I'm just trying to make a better life from them. And so if I have to work and do the things that I do so things can be easier for them, I don't have a problem with that. I've probably the biggest thing for me right now is school, because I feel like I want this so bad, and it's just something that I've always wanted to do, and just in time and life and events and things happening, I just always had to put it off. So right now I'm just feeling like I'm focused, and I've been doing really well in my classes, thanks be to God, because sometimes I don't know how I get it all done, but it gets done, and seeing my good grades only just motivates me a little bit more. I truly miss my family, and I miss not having them so close. But me and my older sisters are very close. We talk all the time through FaceTime. Whatever. Before I had an iPhone, we would just Skype or, but do whatever we had to do to communicate. We talk in the mornings and the afternoons. I mean, just all day long. We 3-way, we 4-way, whatever we need to do to keep the communication open, because I miss my sisters and I miss my nieces and nephews. So I don't feel like I'm not involved, because I am. They come and visit. I go and visit. So that helps us, to keep us close. My dad, when we grew up, they were from a small town called Panola, Alabama, and we would take these long trips to Alabama from Connecticut, maybe like an 18, 19-hour ride, depending on who's driving, and we would just come down, and I have that same spirit in me. I'll get up and I'll drive home by myself. I mean, it's not easy. It's not something that I like to do, but you know, when I'm there, I'm happy, and it's just always that ride back home that starts to feel like, oh, I can't do this anymore. But I've pushed through. I mean, I've you know, I'm older now, so I fly, and I'll sometimes, you know, I've been there on bus and things like that. But you know, the last couple of times I've went home, I've had to fly because it's just too much, too much driving. I mean, I this is my life. I mean, this is just introduction of me. Like, clearly, like, I work, I go to school, I take care of my kids. My full-time job, I work for a company that installs video and like gas station equipment all over the country. So it's really like, you know, high stress, you know, trying to get things done. I kind of work in the projects department. So when something like a new gas station is getting built, you know, I don't necessarily do the sell side, but I'm the one that puts it all together and gets it completed. So it's stressful, but you know, I've grown to love it. I've been there almost 3 years with the company, and my 2 other jobs, just, you know, more income, and just something that, you know, help, you know, raise and my family, and then just to have a better life. So I don't do much, I don't get out much, and when I do, I appreciate it. But you know, this is just not me anymore. I prefer to be with my family. I prefer to, you know, especially in Alabama, everybody's like Alabama, Auburn, and my family was real big on it. So when I came down here, I adapted. I'm not big on it, but I adapted because that's where the party was, that's where the food was, that's where everybody was getting together. So in that sense, I love it. It's very, very big with football here. Up north, I would say it's a little more NFL, but that's just another thing to bring us closer together. And so, I mean, I was really nervous and putting this together, and just trying to make sure I convey some things about me. And I think back on my childhood, and I just try to bring those same memories that I have to my own children. I know when I was younger, my dad would always take pictures, and I don't even remember him taking half of the pictures that he took, but he has pictures of everything. And when I go home, I love to look through all the photo albums and see all the times and, you know, things that I didn't think that, I mean, I knew he was there, but I didn't know he was taking pictures. So to see those, and then you see people that have passed on after him or before him, and just to have all those memories together. So I appreciate my dad for doing that. And I try to make those same memories for my own children, so they can have, once they get older and see the life, and just look at those memories and love their childhood as much as I love mine. Being in Alabama for 8 years without my family has not always been easy, but it's just been a journey, and I've made it through some good times and some bad times. But you know, thank God I've just never been without. Life is not easy at all for anyone. So you know, people think, oh, how would you do that? I just picked up my stuff one day and I left Connecticut after my father died. It was just really hard on the family, and I needed something new to start over. And I think Connecticut is one of the most expensive states to live in, outside of probably like California and New York. So I was like, if I can make it there, I can make it anywhere. And that's what I'm saying. I've made it. I've been here. I'm happy. The kids are happy. I think about going home sometime, but I love this weather. I don't want to go back in there into that snow. I talk to my sisters when it's snowing and what they going, how many inches. I don't miss that part. So that's one thing I don't miss. But 27 years, that was enough of that. I had enough of that. But it's just been a journey. I mean, just being here, getting adapted, you know, the culture, it's different for sure from just coming on family visits, but to be here. But for the most part, it's definitely been good. And like I said, the kids are happy. My daughter's in high school, a freshman in high school, so she's in the band, she's in track. She's gained some really good friends, and I'm happy for her, and I'm just happy to see her blossom. My son is only 5. He'll be going to kindergarten this year, and I still see the same in him. Growing up, I was hoping that my daughter would hold on to her accent a little bit, but she's in and out. You can hear that up north slang, but with my son, he was born here. He's very country, so I love to listen to him talk most times and to hear that. But people from up north that I talk to say that I sound country, and then people here, you know, they can still hear my up north accent, which is different from, say, somebody that lives in New York or Boston or Rhode Island or somewhere along those lines. It's very different, but when I talk to people, they just automatically think it's New York, but it's not. So I just wanted to share this video with you. I was very nervous in doing it. Just trying to figure out, you know, how do I want to introduce myself, or how I want to engage. So I hope that I've done that for you, and I look forward to viewing your videos and getting to know you as well. Thank you.